And it's not. I'm not saying I want to play Vorkuta 1v1. I'm just saying it's just like a.
That's probably where we should have went, because that match favors you versus those two people. Probably should have went to Vorkuta, even though I probably would have got my ass whooped. But oh well.
And nobody.
I was thinking hard on that too, dude. We shouldn't have gave them that rematch because they literally left after we beat them twice.
No, I kicked them.
You kicked them?
Yep.
Why would you kick? I was talking to them.
Because I got tired of listening to their fucking bitch-ass mouth. We beat them twice. For them, we beat them in gunfight. And then they wanted a rematch. They wanted to go to Nuketown. I said, I'm not okay with Nuketown. I was like, but what about Lifeline or Stakeout or Racket? And they said, yeah, that's fine. So we went to fucking, what was it? I think
Nuketown.
Lifeline, I think it was?
We went to Lifeline, yeah.
We beat them on Lifeline. And then they were like, nah, run it on Nuketown. And I was going to say no. And you said, okay, let's do it. And I'm like, well, damn.
Because they're the ones that wanted to challenge us, dude. I would let them do whatever they want to do. You can't let somebody challenge you, then, limit rules and stuff. You got to let them do whatever.
If I'm challenging somebody, I'm not going to let them pick the map, right? No, if there's a challenge out there, I'm not going to pick a map like Stakeout that favors me or Nuketown that favors them, right? Because there's a lot of spots to camp on Nuketown. I'm not down for that. So I'm going to start giving options like, hey, I'm not going to bring up Lifeline. I'm not going to bring up Nuketown. I'm going to be like, hey, what about like Stakeout or Nuketown is what I meant to say. I'm going to be like, what about Lifeline or Racket? What about maybe Warhead? Fuck Skyline. It's a 1v1. We got to have a small map.
Skyline is kind of a small map.
No, it ain't.
Well, at least you can still find
it. It's a medium-sized map.
All right.
1v1s, small maps all day. It's just the best way to go.
Yeah, I wanted to go to fucking Nuketown. But dude, I can't believe you kicked them. You always want to end off on a fucking L. I wanted to play them again and win, and then you could have kicked them. Why are you going to end off on an L?
I didn't want to end off on an L. I'm not going to sit there and listen to their... I did kick them. Talking about, hey, we won one game against y'all. We are better, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah,
we are 2-1 against you.
Because if you kick them like that, they won their last game against us. They're leaving with leverage, talking about, oh, we beat them. We're not even going to remember the first two games. The gunfight, and we're not going to remember the first custom game.
Yeah, they are, because it's going to be in their record.
But they're going to remember the last victory. You don't let people leave with leverage.
It doesn't matter. We are going to remember the 2 victories that we had over their 1. And that is the leverage that we have. We have the most momentum. We won 2. It's like a final series, right? The team that goes up 2-1 is most likely going to be the team that wins. Yeah, there's still a chance that they can go to a game 7 and lose. I'm just saying, we won more than they did.
Still,
we have leverage and momentum.
You don't kick
if we play them again, we have leverage going in. I don't forgot their names, but it's probably not going to happen.
No, they have leverage because they won the last match with it. That's momentum.
They got a little bit of momentum. We won the first 2 games.
I know that, but you don't let somebody win the last game and then leave.
I wasn't going to play another game, especially if it was going to be Nuketown.
It didn't have to be Nuketown. We could have said, okay, let's go somewhere else.
Like what? Racket?
We could have went... I'm going to look at the maps right now. No, we're going back to face off. Actually, no. They wanted a kind of a big map. We could have went to Skyline, even though you probably don't like it.
I do not like Skyline.
Okay, then we probably could have went back to face off. Could have went to Racket. That was your original idea, was to go to Racket, and then we went to Lifeline instead. Because the dude didn't like Racket, I guess. The one that wasn't talking.
He was in a party.
He could have left that party and came to game chat. Unless he was on the phone with them and he was in a party with somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, well, that's all I'm saying. I thought they left, but come to find out you kicked them. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? You let them leave on a victory? Ain't no way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now. We're not going to face them again.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
And even still, we have a winning record against them. So what?
It's just the fact that you let them leave at the last game.
It's better to have a winning record against them and instead of playing a fourth game and it being a tie.
Dude, we didn't even have to do Newtown, but he wanted that rematch.
I'm just saying. We could have gone to a game 4 and they could have won. Therefore, and I would have kicked them anyway.
Nah, we're not letting them beat us 2 times in a row. They went to a map that favored them. We don't play Newtown. If we went anywhere else other than Recruita or Scud, or if we went to any small map other than Signal or Nomad or Gala or Bullet or any other maps that we hate, we would have won. I think Skyline would have been a favorable matchup for both of us. They wanted to go to Nuketown for a chance to use their score streaks. That's all I'm saying. So they can camp, get their score streaks up, and then, you know, dominate.
That's why I didn't want to go to Nuketown. When people
but
say
I had
they
the
want
most
to go to
confidence
Nuketown,
that we could beat them, but you know, it didn't end up that way. Because you know,
it was your
first couple of games. Just got off work, and I found out that I was on the scorecard, like on top twice, 2 games in a row, and I'm like, oh man, I really need Dalton right now because I can't carry.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't even warmed up. We had played 1 game, and then hopped into a 2v2 custom.
Okay, then all of that is on you because you accepted the freaking custom game to begin with.
I did, because you was carrying them. Yep, Marcus is failing it.
I carried. I was like, what, 7 and 2?
I'm just gonna sit here and talk shit. I was
like, you're gonna let me carry and talk all the shit. Nah, I was like, I'm gonna need you to pick it up. I don't really call them my teammates, but man, I cannot carry all those games in a row.
I mean, you did.
We need to be even, Steven.
Then we need to waiting until we're warmed up. Then.
Well, that's all you. That you can't tell me that.
Well, if there's a challenge that's available, I'm gonna take it. Win, lose, or draw, right?
Okay, you could have added them. You could have said,
"Hey, 2v2s or 1v1s."
Look, you could have added them. You could have been like, "Hey, let me warm up a bit. I just got off of work. It's just my first game on. I'm not really trying to go into a custom game."
This rant to YouTube.
Me too. I was thinking about that too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was gonna get the last 15 minutes and just upload it. That's absolutely. Were you actually recording?
No. That's
so get the last 15 then.